lactic acid fermentation of milk to yogurt.
Definition of lactic acid. Lactic acid is an organic acid and it has a molecular formula which is CH3CHOH. The lactic acid in the solid state it is white and it is water miscible, and when in dissolved state it forms a colorless solution. The production includes both artificial synthesis as well as natural source. The acid is an alpha hydroxyl acid AHA due to the presence of a hydroxyl group adjacent to the carboxyl group. Lactic acid is used in many organic synthesis sectors and in different biochemical industry as a synthetic intermediate. The conjugate base of the lactic acid is called lactate.
Hi, my name is 171 Zulkifli. My metric number is F280643 and I'm going to talk about the good in lactic acid. Lactic acid is good in fermentation of yogurt because it helps in forming the soft gel or texture of yogurt. Increasing in lactic acid can decrease the pH and causes the milk to clot. It is also acts as natural shield against diseases where it turns in a bowel environment into acid and prevents the production of cancerous cells by lowering the pH of the environment. Consuming yogurt can give a lot of benefits to us, which are improve calcium and bone health, keep gut healthy by increased prebiotic concentration in the gut, good in diet, and last but not least, it is perfect immune system booster. But if we eat yogurt every day, it also can give bad side effect to us too because yogurt is high in animal proteins and galactose. It can increase the risk of certain cancers such as ovarian cancer. But the most important thing is it depends on the type of yogurt that we eat every day, where it can be high unhealthy saturated fat, artificial sugar, and calories. So we need to carefully choose which yogurt is more healthier to prevent negative side effect.
Next is the function of lactic acid in food production. Lactic acid is used as a food preservative, curing agent, and flavoring agent. It is an ingredient in processed foods and is used as a decontaminant during meat processing. The example of lactic acid in food production is it is found primarily in sour milk products such as komis, lebanon, yogurt, kefir, and some cottage cheeses. The casein in fermented milk is coagulated by lactic acid. Lactic acid is also responsible for the sour flavor of sourdough bread.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Izzati binti Salim. My metric number is F20P0567. I'm Bachelor in Food Security SPF. How lactic acid is being produced? Lactic acid is produced commercially by fermentation of carbohydrates such as glucose, lactose, sucrose, or by some chemical synthesis. Lactic acid fermentation is a metabolic process. Also, it is an anaerobic fermentation reaction that occurs in some bacteria. Lactic acid fermentation also converts the 3-carbon pururates to the 3-carbon lactic acid and regenerates NAD+ in the process, allowing glycolysis to continue to make ATP in low oxygen conditions.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Shazni Wahidah binti Abdul Halim, metric number F20B0626. So how does a lactic acid occur in the yogurt? So lactic acid's presence will actually happen when a bacteria eat the milk sugars throughout the process of the yogurt making. A lactic acid is usually produced normally and also naturally by the bacteria. So moving on to some additional information, lactic acid is actually a waste product of glycolysis, where also it is the carbon left over after the bacteria have extracted energy from the sugar. So like the name says, it is an acid. Lactic acid makes milk protein curdle, and also the pH will usually drop from 6.8 to 4.0. And also thanks to the bacteria, the milk becomes a thick yogurt. And also the lactic acid also gives the yogurt a tart and tangy flavor, which is also the sour taste is actually the main chemical ingredient that makes yogurt a yogurt. And last but not least, bacteria cannot actually survive around a high level of lactic acid, which is also a good thing as we can keep the yogurt for a longer time for us to consume it.